Hello and welcome to Scarlet Serpent readings. Thank you so much for joining me in today's special timeless pick a card reading, where we will be tapping into magical energy. This is a collaboration with the wonderful Damselflies, who really exudes a beautiful magic elemental energy, and so I thought this reading would be perfect to work with her, to work alongside her. So she will be doing a reading on working with the elementals and really honing in on your inner magic. So what element can you work with to enhance your magic and bring that forth into your life? And for this reading, I'll be working with the Fae, and we will kind of unveil what magic is coming into your life and tap a little bit into what Fae energy is around you and can potentially help you bring that forth a little faster. So I have 3 piles for you in this reading. The first pile is this card, pile 1. I have pile 2, and then pile 3. There we go. Okay. And of course, I'll have an image showing the piles, so if you need to pause the video to select your pile, you can go ahead and do so. That information will be in the description as always. And yeah, let's jump right in. I'll see you at your reading. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Oh man, so what I do is I put the oracle cards down, and I forgot which one was the choice, was the option for this. I think it was this one though. The moon card. Right? So yeah, if you chose this card, this is going to be your reading on what something magical is coming, and we'll find out what exactly that is. And of course, first of all, this is a collaboration with Damselflies. If you missed out on that, I'll have the link to her reading in the description, and she'll be tapping into elemental energy. But for this one, the cards that I have for you here actually represent the Fae themselves, like the fairy energy that is around you already. And I also have an oracle card representing how they can help you bring this magic towards you a little faster. So we have one card here, which is the moon, and then another card. This is the only pile with 2 cards with Gemini. And so I do see 2 very different energies here, and I think there is already, I'm seeing kind of like a theme going on with the different piles. But for this, it's they're trying to help you to feel into your emotions and express them. And I get that with the communication card here and complexity. I think they're helping you really feel into different layers of yourself, and like the card suggests, with complexity, it's not so cut and dry. And really the solution, we don't even know what the problem is, but the solution is speaking and just allowing words to flow through. And I think if you even allow your subconscious to speak through you, it'll probably be better off, or at least more efficient in explaining how you feel at a very deep level. Because I don't know what's coming through, but I think part of that has to do with allowing yourself to be a bit more you, and maybe potentially bringing in people who align with you and listen to you. I think that might be a big thing, is you might feel as though you're not really heard as much as you should be. I even see with the Gemini, she's looking away. She feels a bit isolated, in my opinion, here, despite being in a very beautiful environment. And then this moon card is the same, looking down and away. So maybe that's just something you've been feeling, and I think the Fae are trying to come in and support you in feeling that way. There's no sense in running away from that emotion. I think that emotion is there to guide you towards happiness and towards the joy of community and belonging. And so I have a feeling that that's coming, but let's find out what that is now, actually. Something magical that's coming towards you. The first card is 3 of Swords. Let me just put this. Swords. And maybe that's what the Fae are supporting you with, is maybe a recent heartbreak. It doesn't necessarily have to be with a relationship, but I do sense, I guess, a lot of sadness and a lot of emotions, and that could also be at a collective level. But Life on Earth, which is the World card. So it really feels like support so far. I mean, that's what's coming in, that's magical, support. And I think what makes it magical is the support isn't only in human form, it's more of a recognition of the guides that are already around you, but you're going to really start to feel their presence more so than you have in the past, or just in general. Like, you really feel a sense of belonging on this planet. And okay, so we have 3 of Swords, the World, 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and then the 2 of Cups. I'll just show you these cards really quickly before delivering these messages from the Fae. This is beautiful hugging energy, and what I'm getting already is that, and I guess that's why you'd be drawn to this reading with the Fae energy and elemental energy in general. This magic is finding the magic and the support in nature, and seeing nature as an entity, and that there's, unseen beings that can actually really bring your spirits up. I bring up an example often of just animals and how they can make you laugh randomly, and that in itself would raise your vibration and put you in a place of alignment, of joy, and of things that you actually want to come to you. With the 9 of Wands being in the middle of the reading and underneath the communication card, I think that in this case, the 9 of Wands here is a little different. We do see the triangle facing up, very masculine fire energy. And I think that this is almost speaking with passion and not withholding. I think that's something that you've been doing, is withholding your emotions, withholding the expression of your emotions, and communicating that towards someone who's been, hurting you. Whether or not it's been deliberate, it doesn't really matter. I think it's more of being honest to yourself and in expressing this pain and sorrow. I think they need to know that, and maybe there's this part of you that's held back just because you don't want to hurt them, but it's not really about attacking them or going after them in that way. It's more about being honest with yourself and giving yourself permission to just let that energy out, because that buildup is very uncomfortable. I think buildup in general is uncomfortable, so it's almost a spiritual manifestation of something that's going on physically. Then we have the 6 of Embers, which is the 6 of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. And I think the 6 of Wands is the beginning of the 2 of Cups in a way. This is a very loving card. I mean, at least with the number 6 in itself, it's loving. It feels a little different from the typical prideful, really victorious energy. This is almost, it's different in that it's almost the precursor to a victory, and the victory being loving, nurturing energy. And we see at the very end of this reading, it's almost coming full circle, where you felt the downs of, you know, a new moon. You felt the emotional, even the moon, if you could see it in this card here, it's the same shape. I don't know if it's waxing or waning or if it matters, but it just seems opposite. If I flip it like this, it's the exact same. There's something about working with the moon during that specific phase. And I can't say if it's waxing or waning right now. I think that's something you'd have to figure out on your own. But, given the reading, it's probably waxing, right? Something coming in, energy starting to flow towards you. And I think that's something that will occur quite naturally, but I think you have to let out that energy first. With the communication, with first of all understanding where this resentment might lie within you, journaling it, and then telling someone. I think it's important to let it out, and it could be letting it out to a specific person again, but not with. And I think that's something you already do. Is you're not out to attack someone else. It's more of, I just need to say this, and how you feel about it is not my problem. Because I think at this point, that's where you're at anyway. So, yeah. I'm going to grab an oracle card. Oh, service. I'm going to do one more. No, that's too many. Sorry. Pray. I want a few cards to describe what this is about, but these are the cards. Interesting that the hand posture and position is in the same place, right at the heart center. It's almost as if she's opening her heart up, and through opening the heart, there's healing going on with this. Maybe you've been asking for someone specific. I also see with this boundaries being put up. I think these boundaries have been created by you because of this person or situation that has caused the Three of Swords to happen. And I do think these boundaries are helping, just so you could consolidate your energy and feel, especially as an empath, like you want to try and get rid of, I'll just take these two, potential outside influences. And I think maybe that's something that's happened with this relationship as well. Or I'm saying relationship, I don't know, maybe, but friendship or family member, something like that, where part of the reason why you've held that in is because you've been around someone who's been withholding stuff from you, and maybe that's just been something you've picked up on, but that's just a possibility. What's interesting is that the tarot cards that came out, first of all, I'm not going to bother, because this is technically it's an oracle, and I'm going to read it like an oracle. I'm not even going to do that right now. But we have the life map and infinite paths. And this is the magic that's coming towards you with life map and service. I think part of this is a sense of purpose for you, in a way. I think your sense of purpose has to do with connecting with others and helping them find their own way, but that only comes from you when you find your way. And of course, we see the two lights in the middle here, so it's like when you're a light for yourself first and foremost, you can be a light and a beacon and a way for others. And I think that's what this journey is for you, is healing. Your healing comes first, and then you can easily kind of spot the trends and the subtle energies that influence kind of the sadness that comes from disappointment in other people. And then we have pray with infinite paths, which feels like just a better opportunity in a very, it's like you're open to, you're not daydreaming of something specific, but of something an emotional feeling, right? You're asking for something magical and it's coming. And there's a lot of different ways to get there. And I think that's the biggest message from this is the more you go inward, the less you have to worry about the how this will unfold, what you need to do. It's more of, I think the center of the reading is expression. So as long as you're expressing your feelings, you're expressing your disappointment, things will start to open up for you. It's almost as if the universe itself is hearing you. It's like, oh, okay. The same thing with the Fae as well. And you could work with them to kind of balance this air energy and water energy that's come through. But it looks like the magic that's coming in is very romantic. It's very connected with others, as I had said in the beginning, and it's quite lovely and romantic. So I'm going to end the reading there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out Damselflies part of the reading with the elements or elementals and honing in on your magic, your inner magic. Oh, I'm on TikTok, by the way. It's very casual. I just pull a couple of cards and I have music playing. But if you're on there, you can check me out. Hopefully I remember to put a link. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the Balance card, this is your reading on what magic is coming towards you now, with guidance and fairy support, really. And this is a collaboration. If you missed the intro, this is a collaboration with Damselflies, who will be working with the elementals in kind of amplifying your inner magic. So, yeah, welcome if you're from her collective. And I'm gonna jump right in because I think most of you will know that I don't like plan the cards that come out with the oracles, but this was pretty wild right here with discernment and balance. So extra Libra energy, very balanced. Oh, and these cards represent, so this card represents a fairy energy near you already, and this is how they're helping you. And it's like they're just lending you their energy already, which is very balanced and very much Libra energy, very much I was gonna say almost stoic in nature and karmic. So this is it's almost like a wise hermit energy that I'm getting from this specific fairy, and they're just lending you that energy so you can move forward in a balanced way. And I think it's by being balanced that you'll be able to bring this magic towards you a bit faster. So let's find out what's coming towards you. What's this magic that's on its way to you now? We have the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, the 8 of Wands. I'll take just this one. I'm not about to do that. And the 2 of Wands. So I'll show these to you. But straight away we have 2 7s. It's a very spiritual number. This suggests a transition that's going on, that's coming to you. What's coming? I think that's the main thing is changed, and that's why the energy that's going to support you through this magic that's coming is remaining balanced and focused, and because it might seem at sometimes a bit chaotic with the 3 of Swords right in the middle. But the interesting thing about the 3, not only is it right underneath this card, centering the reading, so the center of this reading is the 3 of Swords, and that is, of course, associated with Libra and Saturn. So, and those 2 energies go very well together. Actually, with Saturn and Libra, it's almost as if it's focus. It's really focused energy, and I think that's a sharp difference from how it's usually perceived as heartbreak, even in the last reading, kind of. But here it's more of centering yourself, focusing in. See, 333. I just saw 3 of birds, 33 with discernment. You have a very strong connection to that number with the 3, and that's almost the imagery that I'm getting. That there's the center and then the 2 sides. So. This pile feels very spiritual and wise, and I think you've been a bit stagnant energetically, and you just want movement, really. Which is why being as centered as possible is what'll bring this magic towards you, because the more you try and move, it almost creates an anxiety, and it's like the universe brings a counterbalance to that. But aside from that, we have the 8 of Wands. This is the chaos that's coming in, but I think this is something you want. Again, communication. I think I'm going to clarify a couple of these, and then we have the 2 of Wands, which looks like witchcraft dancing in the night. I'm going to clarify these last 2 cards, but I think you're meant to be in a position of power, and I think that might be something that's coming towards you if you're not there already, is where you could be in a place of authority. I'm going to clarify that again, because for the 8 of so this might be very specific, but I think for maybe 1 or 2 of you, oh, that's weird. That's weird. Okay. You want to be mediums, and I think this is just you'll really hone in on the mediumship energy. And this doesn't necessarily have to be with human spirits. This could be with any kind of energy, if that resonates for you. But it also suggests with the past lives card is that you'll be more aware of your past life influence and how that plays out in your life. And I think that'll bring you, in a way, more control of how this life is going to go. And I see that with the discernment card is weighing in on being present in this moment, but acknowledging the influences of your past self, your shadow, and so forth. And it's balancing these things and how they're important aspects of your life. With this card, though, with the 2 of Embers, I am glad I get to finally do this, because this is cool. Okay, let me show you. 2 of Embers here. Come on, camera, don't do this now. Isn't that cool? It's like holding someone from floating away, but this is almost like a magic ritual, and this figure's seen something and trying to get away from almost trying to get away from something, right? And I think that's that stagnant energy. Maybe what is changing is that you're in a place that it's beautiful and it's very safe and secure, but in reality you feel stuck there. This could be with family, or even with past lives, something with ancestrally speaking, that you just feel stuck in the same old pattern of just in the same pattern in general, and you're trying to break free. And really the magic that's coming to you is the opportunity to be able to break free, and doing so in a way that is honorable, I guess I could say. Like, there's no anger or resentment towards your family or your ancestors or anything like that for making so I don't know where the audio cut off, but I was pausing on a word and I forgot what it was, but I'm replacing it with tradition. So it's almost as if you're getting away from tradition, from a tradition that doesn't feel like it belongs to you, and it's giving you the opportunity to create your own tradition within family or within yourself. But this is mostly, I would say, independence and freedom from even your past, your own past, which is big. I think the reason for that is, in a way, that there's people around you that reflect your past life energy, that are karmic beings in your life, and I think you're at a place where, okay, that's enough of the past life influence, that's enough of the karma. I think you want a hard reset, and that's what I think is coming in. Look at that, let go. This couldn't be a more clear message. I mean, that's why I was showing you this card for 20 minutes, apparently. Let me show this again. Right? I had this image up for like a while, and then we have this card with letting go. This is your magic that's coming in. Freedom from people, situations that are letting you down, and I think in this case, some of it would have to do with past life influence, and that brings a new layer to the balance and to the fae that's with you now. Is maybe this balance is the sword that cuts ties. When you center yourself, you recognize the things in your life that are making you stuck. And if it is true that you want to float away into new dreams, new ideas, this Fae energy is going to help you cut those ties and allow you to feel light as you want to feel. So yeah, very, very positive, I think, in this sense. And I think at the same time, while you are essentially, I think, ascending to another level of being grounded is something you could do on your own. You don't need to rely on other people to help ground you to reality, and that's really like the final stage in freeing yourself from other people, being true to you, like your own queen, your own king, your own self, and that's gonna feel amazing. I'm pretty excited for you. So yeah, I'm gonna end the reading there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out Damselflies' reading. She might be able to help you with the elemental energy and how you can embrace your own inner magic. I wouldn't be surprised if you were drawn to the air pile of that one, but just let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile 3. If you chose Neptune, this is going to be your reading on what magic is coming towards you now, with inspiration and guidance from the Fae. This card actually represents the Fae, or the fairy that's around you, so definitely a heavy water influence here. And of course, I should say, if you missed the intro, this is a collaboration with the wonderful Damselflies, who will be guiding you towards an elemental spirit that can help you with your inner magic. So don't forget to check out her part of the collaboration. She's wonderful. And this fairy is helping you bring the magic forward through effort, building. And so for some reason I'm thinking of the contrast with water and pentacles, and how those two energies can complement each other quite nicely. And I think, in a way, this fairy energy is saying that to give yourself permission to daydream, but not to get too comfortable in only daydreaming, and taking the time and effort and energy to making these dreams manifest physically, because that's why you have these daydreams, is to bring them down into reality. But let's see what magic is coming in your life. Oh. So we've had in every reading a 2. In this case, we have 2 of birds, which is the 2 of swords. The peacemaker, which feels lunar, like a lunar energy, but air sign, I think. 4 of cups, 10 of pentacles, and then the 5 of wands. I'm going to clarify that 5, and I'll show you these cards. I won't forget this time. One more. The pelican, which is the emperor, right? The emperor would be the one to build and ground and set structure. So the first thing might be to embrace any sort of Saturn energy that you have, either Aquarius or Capricorn in your chart, because I think that'll help you manifest your own dreams. And I'm thinking here with this pile specifically is while yes, something magical is coming, you're gonna be the one to make it happen. And although that can be like, oh man, I thought it was just coming, but at the same time, there's a lot more. It's a lot more rewarding to know that you did it yourself, and you could say that proudly with pride. You know, it's like, oh, I did this. No, I deserve. Like, be a little. You know, that's something I think an Aries would do with the Pelican energy, and even Neptune with Poseidon, taking ownership of how life is turning out in a positive way. So we have the 2 of birds. It's almost, in this case, getting something started, right? Then we have the peacemaker, remaining balanced in that process. And it's almost as if this peacemaker is bringing that energy down. I don't know, bringing the thought into reality. But we also see the sun and the moon together as well. So harnessing both energies, harnessing light and day. And with that, I'm thinking of the time to daydream and to imagine a world for yourself, and then the day where you make it, you create it. And I think some of you might be struggling with this part because it's a little tedious and boring. This is you for sure. Especially with the 4 of cups being here, that this energy is this boredom. And I think the Fae are helping you find joy in the process of making something happen and creating and creation in general. Yeah. I was going to say something else. I completely forgot what it was. But then we have the 10 of trees, which is almost connecting the ground to the sky, or the sky to the ground in this case. So you're building this abundance for yourself. And if there's anything magical coming, it's more of the energy to be able to make it on your own. And I think part of the magic is the transformation that comes with it. The magic is your own transformation. This pelican is at the top of this building, right? You get to say, I made this. And there might be times where you feel like you have to defend it from other people, because once you start being successful, once you start building and creating this abundance for yourself, people are going to come in and be like, oh, I helped you, and they'll try to sway you. In other words, they'll try and give you advice and opinions. And I think that's what this 2 of swords is at right now. I think sometimes you feel like you need to weigh in on the opinions and advice of others because they help you build. I think in this sense, once you so like if you have your own business, you could be completely autonomous and then say, I don't really need anyone's opinion. I'll ask for it and I'll welcome it when it comes, but I'm not going to rely on really clashing ideas that kind of contradict each other, and that's not really helping. That's kind of keeping the energy stagnant, which stagnant energy can help create a solid foundation, but if it's only stagnant, there's no creativity and imagination. I think that's where this tree comes in, it's a bit magical. There's this structure, but there's also this mysticism that surrounds it and gives it life. And I think whatever it is that you're making, I keep thinking of business, but so that might be something you're interested in, creating a business that involves magic, but there's also this side work that is not so fun, but helps build a solid foundation so that it doesn't come crumbling down. I knew I would use it. Hold on, one sec. I don't know if this is a shameless plug-in, but right. I was just gonna say, like, with the solid foundation, you could avoid the tower moment. I drew a tower today, a tower card, but this is why I would never actually make a deck, because it's kind of horrible. But I wanted to show it to you because you actually got the tower card. I don't know. I'm trying here. But yeah. Because a lot of times that tower comes from hubris and complacency, and I think the harder that you work, the more you'll appreciate every layer, every brick that you've put. Like every brick has its purpose, and I think that's the biggest thing with Neptune, with the Emperor, is really becoming the king, specifically the king, I have to say, for this reading. Completely independent, supporting others, but also being very stern, and in being able to say no, not only to other people but to yourself when you have the desire to be a little lazy or slack off or be comfortable in daydreaming. I think there's that discipline, and again, Saturn energy that will be extremely helpful in bringing this magic to yourself. So I think that's what makes this pile unique. We have navigate here. I think with this, it's more of being able to navigate for yourself. This represents independence and working with the elements, forging your own path. I'm going to get another oracle and maybe a tarot card to clarify it real quick. Strength. That's why I say this is like a lot of leadership energy. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a lot of leadership energy, a lot of strength coming through. The ability to be confident in where you want to go and how you want to get there. I'll just do one more tarot card. But this is essentially a quest to becoming the Emperor in your life. You have the Maze. So let's take a look real quick at the Two of Swords, the Navigate card, and the Maze. Let's back up, maybe. No? Okay. Sorry about that. Here we go. Two of Swords represents the inability to make decisions. The navigation card is being able to go through this maze. And it is a maze because there's a lot of different pathways towards not just freedom, but I think in this sense, in a lot of ways, it's a business, or creating a foundation for yourself, creating a home for yourself, a sense of home. And you don't really know how to get there, but that's a path that you forge on your own. So this magic is really being able to fully trust yourself, to rely on yourself, and to realize the strength that you have in yielding, the tools necessary to make life yours. Take it by the horns, like an Aries would say. You wield the wand, you create with it, and you're disciplined in how you could make your world your world. This is, it's kind of like being selfish in a good way. I think it's about time you start thinking about your needs and how to make life better for you, because once you have that sense of fulfillment, then you could lend to others. You'll have plenty to give to others when, you have like a castle going on here, but first this has to be made. So yeah, hopefully this reading was helpful. Please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out Damselflies as part of the reading. I'm sure it'll be helpful in making this happen for you. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.